All right, guys, today is Monday, September 19th, 2022. Today marks 19 days I have left to finish my car. And that is not much time. So that's a little less than 3 weeks. So it's time to really get down to business here. But I've been working on stainless steel all weekend. This was my all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. This is all I worked on is stainless steel. It sucks. This stuff is always time consuming to get a fantastic result. And the way I've always done it, it would have taken me a lot longer, but I did come up with a faster way of doing it just by accident, trying something, which is this. And it ended up working out to my benefit because I already had some sandpaper here. So I ended up having to buy a little bit of sandpaper, but I had the majority of it already here, and it worked out awesome. And it's a good thing I figured it out because I would still be doing stainless probably for a week. So I'm hoping to finish up the stainless steel trim this week, or I mean today, not this week. My goal is to have all of this stuff final polished, this piece, and then I got that long piece over there. I've just got a little bit more finish sanding to do, and then these will be done, and I'm going to go ahead and get them on the car. So anyway, that is my end goal, is to have my stainless steel done today. So I've got a lot of painting stuff to do. Not a lot, but kinda. I got to paint the long quarter moldings and the door spears, the inlays on them. And I'm definitely going to do that this week. I am estimating that's probably going to take about a half a day for me to get on that, like from 8 a.m. to, lunchtime. Probably be putting the paint on them. So I've got that to do, and then I've got to Raptor line some stuff. And I know I've already sanded the back side of the inner fenders for the Raptor liner, but I don't remember if I've sanded the underneath the splash apron. So I'll have to do that, which I'm just going to use some red Scotch Brite. And then the inside of the front fenders, I need to do those. So I've got a lot of masking to do. I do have masking tape, and I do have rolls of plastic, so I'm going to wrap up a bunch of stuff. But that Raptor liner needs to set. I believe it's 24 hours before you bolt it on, like, because I'll have to bolt the inner fender bolts in and all that kind of stuff. And if that Raptor liner is too soft, it'll, mess up that paint in those areas. So I want those to dry pretty good, but that is really painting the Raptor liner and then sanding and buffing the front fender and the painted part of the splash apron. That's really the only thing keeping me from installing the front clip. Now, if everything's sitting here and done and I'm ready to hang the front clip, I can have it on in probably less than an hour. So that is not that big a deal. It's just trying to get everything ready to get put on the car. So the goal for the end of the week, by Sunday night, I want all this little tedious crap done so I can start messing with it, putting stuff together, and then possibly get on the upholstery, because the upholstery is probably going to take me a good week to do that. So I want to get all this other stuff done this week and then get the upholstery in for a week. And I want to give myself those other 5 days or whatever it is, almost a week, a work week, I guess, a real work week, for finishing up stuff and all that kind of stuff. Probably not going to be able to finish the trunk. That is something I really don't care about. This is just a one-day outdoor show. It's not like it's a high-end indoor show or something where it's going to get a full-blown judging. But I've got the panels cut out for the sides. I do have the board cut out that goes in here. I do need the carpet to put on that. I do need to make a trip to American Upholstery in Tulsa. That's going to take time out of my day, but I want to get the interior done first. That way I know for sure I'm going to have enough material, because I'm using whatever materials that goes on my door panel will be on these side panels that are going to go here and here. So the trunk is probably legit going to take a couple of days to do. So that is something that I don't care about right now. I would like to get that panel carpeted that goes in here, but I don't need to. That panel is velcroed down. It's not going anywhere, but I can guarantee you by Sunday night, this is really going to look like a 55 Chevy by then, because I'll have a lot of this stuff done. But I mean, I got a little bit of painting to do, a little bit of buffing to do, and hopefully I don't go through the paint on the fenders. So if that's the case, that's just going to put me back again. So, but I'll get it. I'm pretty sure I'll get it. How complete it's going to be, I don't know, but I would like to probably take it to the show anyway. Now, there is another show in September. If I don't make this one, But where they're having it at in a park, they put in some really gnarly speed bumps. I've never seen speed bumps like this before. They are really long, like they're flat on top and they're really long. They're like 14 inches long. So I don't know how well the car's going to do with the speed bumps because I've got it so low. But I don't really want to chew the paint up underneath the car yet until I get it in Starboard show in February. So, you know, really it's just some months away before the big indoor show at Starboard's, and by then I should have the car really dialed in. But I got to baby this car until then. But I can tell you for a fact that once the show stuff is done, I'll still take it to shows, outdoor shows and stuff. I am going to drive the living crap out of this car. That's what I built it for, is to drive it. I want to take it on long cruises, car cruises and toy runs and that type of stuff, and enjoy the car. And if it gets scraped up underneath and it gets rock chips in the front of it, oh well. So cars to me are useless if they're not driven. So I only have to baby it for a little bit. But all right, so it is probably about 8 p.m. Monday night. So I got all the stainless final sanded and polished. Of course, it has a lot of rouge on it and it has handprints on it. I will go back with a really soft polishing microfiber with some Mother's Mag aluminum polish on it. Wipe everything down really good and then wipe it off with the fleece rag. Stuff turned out fantastic. It's going to look awesome. I got these parts out of my shed. This is the lower front splash apron. This goes underneath the radiator. This is going to be trim black. And then I have to Raptor line the bottom of it. And then that is my lower air dam I made that bolts on underneath the front chrome smoothie bumper. That is a mail slot that I put in there for my transmission cooler down there. This is a hood brace I made, a baffle basically, goes underneath the hood, and it has pipe caps in it that I stepped. And this stuff has Z-chrome on it, so I need to go back and sand it. But I'll be Raptor lining the entire bottom of this splash apron. I'm going to Raptor line the back side of this lower air dam. And I got to do the inner fenders, the underneath side of the front fenders, and the rear square splash panels that go behind the front tires. But man, I tell you, it's I'm really not that far away. I expect a lot of work this weekend, or this week. I expect to get a lot of work done this week. So probably by Sunday, the car is probably going to be a lot more together. So I'm trying to give myself 1 week on upholstery. I don't know if it'll take that long, but I'm trying to give myself some comfort on the upholstery.